Hi, welcome back to second class of SAP FICO. So now that we have seen the details like why SAP is required, what is the use, of an ERP in a company, let's see how we utilize SAP FICO in real-time environment. To understand this, let's have a business case. Okay, I would like to implement SAP FICO in a company called Mateen's Group, which is a very big multinational company which has two divisions like Mateen Technologies and a pharma division. So what I have here is a parent company, which is the Mateen Group of companies, which runs two other companies like Mateen Technologies and Mateen Pharma. So in SAP terminology, the main company is called the company, and then it has two different companies. So these are termed as company codes, and these companies codes might run business in two different areas. So these are called business areas. So now the next step is to configure SAP FICO, configuration of enterprise structure. So we need to say what is a company, what is a company code, how they relate to each other, what is a business unit, what are the term, what is the accounting period that we're going to use, how many documents are we going to save. So all this customizing is to be done. So this is the first and major step in implementing ERP in any company, which is called configuration of enterprise structure. So it has 20 steps, so I'm gonna divide into 10 each. So the notes regarding this is present on my website www.techflames.com. So I'm gonna run down quickly through the steps how you customize it in SAP FICO. Fine, so let's go to the next thing. So the next step is to log in and getting ready. So I have told you about the IDS, what is IDS and how we use IDS. So we're gonna use the SAP FICO IDS to log in and to get into this. Right, so when you log into the SAP screen, it looks something like this. Now here there are two things you need to understand. SAP is used by two kind of people. One is people who implement it, consultants. The other is end users. So whenever you enter the SAP IDS, you will see the screen which says SAP Easy Access. So this is where a SAP end user will see this, right? So he will have access to post entries, to do the sales, to do the to clear invoices and all those things. So this is not our area of concern right now, because we're gonna customize it. We're gonna create the enterprise structure for this. So what you're gonna do is you have to type SPRO here, click enter, and then you get something called SAP reference IMG. Click on this and you get a similar screen what you had on the home screen, but this is the place where you customize it, and this will not be available to the end user, because end user will not have access to customizing. He will just have to post entries and generate reports, that's it. And this is the access that is provided. You can call it as a master access, a DBA access kind of thing, where you customize the SAP environment, right? So fine. So first step is to define a company. If you remember the screen, so this is the first step. What we are going to do is we're going to define a company, right? So here I go to define a company. I go to enterprise structure, definition, financial accounting, and define a company. Right, so these are the existing companies that I have, because this is a training company where I'm showing you the demo. So many students have already made their own companies. So let's create our company, that is Mateen's. So there's a company, the company name is Mateen's Group of Companies, street as a Toli Chowki, postal code nothing, 50008, city as a Hyderabad, country as a India, EN, currency is INR. So then I hit save, I click enter, and then I hit save. So when I hit save, it asks me where is the request code. So I want to create a new request code. Now what is a request code? A request code is something like which will record all your activities in a particular log, so that when you want to move the data, it's easier that you only give the request name and all the data, all the logs will be moved, so all the customization can be moved. So it's important. So let's give a request, let's say a request for Matin's group of companies. I click enter and it comes here. So it has given a ticket number, the request number something 90118, and then it says request for Matin's group of companies. That's fine. I say yes, and then I save the data. So it says the data is already saved. So let's go back home and then again click on this. So again I have many different companies that were created. So let's find ours. So position is nothing but a find key. So you click on this, you enter the name that you want to find, and hooray, the list contains our group of companies that we just added. So that was good. So if I go back to the company, you've got something called a shortcut key OX15. So these are the transaction codes. So once you are well versed with the SAP environment, then you most oftenly use the transaction codes rather than digging out the paths. So let's see how you use the transaction code. Suppose like I want to go to the same window, this one, defining company. So if I type here OX15, it won't give me anything. Why? Because the transaction codes has to be entered on the initial screen where you see the easy access. Guys, this is our initial screen, SAP easy access. So here is where you got to enter the transaction code. Hooray. So you directly come to this window where you have to create a new company. You create the new entry, and this is how it works. But the same way, if you want to use the path, then you have to go you have to enter SPRO, click on IMG reference. So this is the customizing window, the area where you customize, and then you navigate through the path. Financial accounting, no, it's enterprise structure, definition, financial accounting, and defining a company. Right, so this was the first step. If you remember the structure, this was the first step in defining a company, and now what we're gonna do is define some company codes. So in the Matin's group of companies, I run a company called Technologies, I run another company called Pharma. So let's create these two company codes in SAP. So in the same path, you got the third option called edit, copy, delete, check company code. I click on this. Right, so this window opens up, and now I double click on edit company code. So here are all the companies that are already there, which again various students have created. So let's create our own company code. So I'm gonna give a name. I give a name called 1999, and I say my company name is Matin's Technologies. The city is Hyderabad, country is India, currency is INR, and language is EN. So click enter and then click save. Then it's asked for some more information, so I gave the title as company, and then again it is Matin's Technologies, or a house number if you want to give, like Torichowki, postal code, city, postal code 50008, and city is Hyderabad, country is IN. It's up to your wish that if you want to give all this information, so you can give all this information and then click on the right key. Check whether the same request code is there. If you doubt that this is not the request code, then you click on this button, you get various request codes, right, which you have created, and then based on that select that and click yes. Right, so this data was saved. Now let's go back and create another entry for Matin's Pharma. So we will give that name as 1998. I say Matin's Pharma. cities again Hyderabad, country is IN, currency is INR, EN, enter, save, company, Farmer Street, I say Chowki 50008, Hyderabad, IN, and save. Right, so I go back and I see that there are two company codes that are created, Mateen's Pharma and Mateen's Technologies. Right, so our step 2 is done. Defining a company code is done. Now let's create business area. So what is business area? So if you go back to the diagram, this is the business area, like where, in which region do you make your business. It cannot be, it is not important, it is not necessary that it should only be the location, it can be anything. So as of now I take it for location, so I go back, so here it is, so OX03. I go back to home, I have to close this box. Alright, so here it is. If you want to go to the transaction code, again we gotta go to the main menu and hit OX03 here, or else you want to navigate, so go to SPRO, IMG reference, this is the customizing window. So here enterprise structure, definition, financial accounting, and then define business area. So I'm gonna give the same kind of business area that I need, so I give the same names as say 1999, and I say business area for Mateen's Technologies. Alright, so it accepts only these many characters. Hit enter and click save. Check the request code. Yes, so done. So go back again and check position 1999, hit enter, and it should show up in the screen. Yes, that's fine. So now you have created a business area. Now the thing is to link this company code and company. So there are two entities like Mateen's Group and Mateen's Technologies. So this arrow, this links that this is a part of the group of companies. You got to do the same thing in SAP. So you got to link this company to the company code. So where you go is in the assignment window. Now you got the definition, you go to the assignment, financial accounting, and you say assign company code to company. Right, so you position your company code, which is 1999. Right, here I am. So I want to give the company, so it's better that you type it, or you can use this button, you click it and it shows you the name of the companies. So you remember that it is Mateen, so it might be somewhere here. So here it is. I click it and I say save. The same request number comes up, click enter, save, that's it, go back home. So now you have created a link. So a quick recap, so you've created a company, the group of companies, you created the technology, you created the company codes to sub companies, and then you created a business area, and then you have linked the company to the company code. So let's take a small break, and then we'll get to the next class where you would maintain fiscal year variance and all those things. So I hope this was easy and interesting. For more queries, again I repeat, write down to visit www.techflames.com, or send me your feedback at info@techflames.com. And also the notes for all this presentation and this class will be uploaded on techflames.com, so you better navigate that and get the notes and be a master in SAP FICO. Again, thanks for watching and see you in next class.